All right, so we took off the shroud right here. It was kind of difficult at first because you know how to do it, but it just got a little screwdriver, and just popped it in the holes behind it. Had to turn the steering wheel left and turn it right. Popped it in there and pried it out, and it popped open, and then dropped the steering wheel down and pulled out the shrouds. The shrouds are right there. Anyways, now I'm taking out the airbag. Airbag requires a Torx 30. You're gonna need a cylinder one like this. And right here are the holes where you wanna put it in there, and there's a little Torx wrench in there, Torx butt nut in there, just unscrew it. Don't worry about the nut falling out because it's in a retainer, or the screw falling out, it's in a retainer. There's one on both sides. I'm not sure if you can see that because I can't see it over there myself. But anyways, that's where we're at now. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out. We got both of those screws undone behind the airbag. Now I'm gonna pull the airbag out. Haven't done this before, so there it goes.
Be very careful.
Very, very careful with this. I don't want to do this thing popping. I got the battery unhooked as well, by the way. Helps if you have skinny fingers, which I don't have. Those are both off. All right, guys, we had to Google how to take this off, but we figured it out. Do not take it off back here. You're just gonna booger stuff up. Come up here and take the ground wire off. The ground wire attaches to this little pigtail right here.
Makes it safer to work on.
Yeah, ground wire is right here. That's the ground wire. Right there. And it goes on that. Now, you want to hold the airbag facing like this. Then you want to get your little screwdriver and you want to pop these yellow things up. Pop right there. Pop right there. Now, take a picture, marker, something. Make sure those go back on the same ones you take them off of. I haven't done this yet. We're just going to very carefully pop this off. It should come straight up. Bam.
Oh, they're labeled for us.
Okay, so there. It's a black and orange. It's already pretty much idiot proof. All right, now your airbag is completely disconnected. You can remove it from the vehicle. Pulled the steering wheel off yet. But the guys at the junkyard expressed very, very strongly how important it is to make sure there's an alignment done between let me get the light down in there. There's a little collar right here, this little thing that everything's plugged into. It rotates with the steering wheel and all your connections are in there. So you want to kind of make sure they don't get misaligned. Get a marker, mark the spot so it goes back to the same way. Don't rotate it 360 degrees. Pull your steering wheel off. Gently pull that off and do not rotate it. Make sure it stays the same. And gently set it aside, and then you can continue our headlight switch replacement. I just broke loose the steering wheel bolt right here in the middle. I'm not certain what size it is. This is a, looks like a 19 millimeter. So 19 millimeter, just unscrew it. The guy at the junkyard speaks from experience. He said only unscrew it a little bit, don't take it all the way off. That way when you yank the steering wheel off, you won't hit yourself in the head with it and feel like an idiot. I have the bolt not all the way off. It's still on here, but it's finger tight. Now I'm going to grab both sides and I'm going to firmly pull. And that was pretty easy. I was expecting it to be a lot harder. All right, that came off relatively easy. All right, we got this thing taped up. We pulled the steering wheel out.
Straight off, and I held it well.
Anyways, we pulled it straight out. Set that aside. And now this is the coupler. You want to make sure that this does not, because this part will rotate right now. I can sit here and spin and it'll booger everything up. So you want to tape it so they don't move, so it's nice and steady, so you can't lose your alignment. I unplugged this here. Other plug it here. I'm thinking this whole loom comes off right here. Okay. Good fucking Lord. Good God. All right. So, pliers right here. You gotta grab this little thing right here and you gotta squeeze it. And you would think that's all you gotta do, but you're wrong. You gotta, while you're doing that, you simultaneously gotta put a screwdriver under here and push on this little plastic tab right here. That locks into this hole on your steering column right here. If you don't do that, you're gonna freaking rip on this thing and you're gonna break it. That was one of the things the guy at the junkyard showed me, and I'm very grateful for it because I would have broke it. That's my pennies rattling around here because when this was broken, I put pennies in here behind here to keep it open because I could drive at night with my high beams on only, with no taillights. Those are my pennies rattling around in there. It's like a slot machine. This broke. I'm suspect someone probably got in here. And I don't think you can. You can't turn it too much and break it, so I think it just broke naturally. Or maybe someone pulled on it, I don't know. But it broke off nonetheless, and the headlight's still working. Yeah, cool. Alright, here's the new one. Got it from Junkyard, 40 bucks. The worst part about it was the drive there and back, but it was fun. Alright. To put it back on, I'm assuming we're going to need the pliers. So we're just going to squeeze this again right here. And then we're going to slip it on. Uh-oh, got my clip a little too far. Let's pull that back. That little thing dropped in that hole. I'm gonna abort this mission right now. There, it clipped. All right, I got the new switch in. It was just kind of a matter of squeezing that little C-clamp thing and putting it over the steering column and then pushing it in further and further and then twisting it left and right until it clicks. You'll hear it click when you push it in far enough.
And then it won't twist.
And then it won't twist anymore. Then it'll be kind of stuck like that and you're good to go. Of course, now we got to put this back in. I'm sure it's
This is actually the easy side.
well, now we got to play what plug goes where. And I think these ones go here. Let's hope they're all not the same. I think that one goes there. And maybe this one will go here. I guess if we turn it on and the headlights come on when I make a left-hand turn, I've done it wrong.
You want to take that bit?
I'm assuming this just goes in like a piece of puzzle. And then we can just flip it right here. It just slides in, you'll see. That switch works. I understand you can get one of these at the junkyard for a Prius. It's the same one, and you can get intermittent wipers, and it's really easy. I saw that video several times on YouTube trying to find one for this process, which we're doing now, which there's none of. So, anyways, we got that back on. Now we got two clips. I think I didn't show you this taking it out. Probably should have. But anyways, I'm sure you figured it out if you got this far. Anyways, there's a clip here, and a clip here. There's 3 clips on this thing once we taped it together so it won't move. And those clips obviously go around this thing. Pull it in. Once you take off your shroud, because you're going to have to move your steering wheel back and forth to get the shroud off at the very beginning, you want your wheel to be straight, and that's it. Do not move your steering wheel. Tires should be pointing straight. Anyways, we're going to clip this in now. The top one is in. Yep, pulling the tape off. Fish those wires through. Line up the steering wheel so it's just straight like we were when we pulled in. So that could be off a little bit, but it seems to be perfect right there. Before we do this, let's plug everything back in down here. Yellow one goes here. And it was a bitch. But this guy goes right here. One more to go. Where does she go? Right there. All right, we got them them all plugged back in. That was relatively easy and a lot less stressful than it needed to be. Now we tighten that bolt, all right?
Not certain of the torque on this. That's probably not. Well, now you went too tight. That's up.
Okay, seems to be just the way it was when we got it. Bam, bam. Looks good. Everything's out of the way. These two wires right here are the airbag wires. And now the airbag. Of course, we'll just pull it like this. I got a big old belly, so it makes this easier. Put this ground. I'm going to put the ground on last. I think that's a smart thing to do. I think that's a smart thing to do.
I put the ground in first if we can get the battery just can do those.
Right, so these guys here, just kind of push it in. That's easy, easy peasy. It's easy, easy peasy. Bam, bam.
Sure those are in there. Your life depends on it sometimes.
Yep.
Same with that one. If you forget this one, it won't work at
Yeah,
all.
don't forget the ground because you'll piss yourself off if you have to go back here and do this again. I like to make sure things are done, sometimes overdone or shit up. All right, now we're gonna just put this back in here, like so. I wonder where the fucking horn is. There it is.
It's inside of the airbag, yeah.
I'm gonna turn this thing on. I think we should plug the battery in
Make sure.
and make sure everything works right now.
Screw in the airbag a little bit, maybe all the way, but we're not gonna torque it down super good. Now we're gonna make sure everything works. This is a good time to do that because it's only a couple bolts away from being replaced. You don't have to pull the shroud off again and do everything once more. So, Cody, are you
Look at that! I got headlights.